fledgling at 98, lived a life of discipline, and grace, and most importantly, joy. She found humor in the most obscure moments, and was eloquent enough to help you join in on her laugh. I always liked a good joker. She enjoyed the most when she was poking fun at a sad or bad situation. I have many, many memories of her, some hazy, but many so recently remembered seem a lifetime ago. One such story is one where she bought me my first bicycle. Memory seems almost ingrained in me, to the point where I remember the day quite vividly. I would have been 5 years old, and she asked me whether I'd like to go with her to the temple. I readily said yes, because I knew the temples were the best place to get sweets. So off we went, walking hand in hand to the end of our complex, on a dangerously across a busy main road. And we got onto a bus, which was really new for me at the time. We went to the Srinathji temple in Santa Cruz. 2 hours, many, many sweets, and lots of fun running around later. We made our way out of the temple, and somehow ended up at a toy shop. There she asked me to choose, red bike, blue bike. I grabbed the red bike. I distinctly remember the shopkeeper, while finalizing the price, negotiating 650 rupees. That's 1985 now. She then walked home with me holding the bike all the way. I love that bike. I rode it nearly every day. And the more I remember it, the more it reminds me of her. Ma is our matriarch, our mentor, and now our guiding light. She taught us what it meant to be stoic, disciplined. Taught us never to waver in the face of difficulty. The easiest path is rarely the most successful, and no one championed that more than her. I hope that wherever you are now, you're no longer in pain, and find solace in that your battle, once finished, your fight and mantle will be carried on by those who surround you. Those of us, Dad, Mom, Chayafway, Purvish, Sharon, Verno, Aditi, Anush, Aya and Avi, Nina and Margie, myself, and last certainly not least, Florida. From all of us, we love you. I'd like to introduce next Pandit Praful Pandya, who will perform her last rites.
I ask your pardon for delay, though I was coming from 407 and took more time from here to here. Pujaba Hira Ba Diamond, Hindi में कहते हैं हीरा. He was a true gem in her ways. She was a good, loving mother and very much involved in all activities of day-to-day life and family. Since we have limited time, I will begin with some immediate prayer. As we know from our that every soul is a pure soul, and before the birth it was a pure soul, and after the death it's another pure soul. The gender is just to live in the sansar, in this world, male and female. Today we are saluting, celebrating, and in fact, she was as good as my mother. Her name was also Hira, and she is truly a diamond, living 98 and not succumb to this COVID. Normal death which could occur to anyone. Lived fully, had a good family, totally supportive, and how can I forget everybody's services to her. Shankaracharya, one of our holy sages, said, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatari Shayanam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam Murumate. O noble soul, if you can do something good, just chant holy name, whichever you follow, for yourself and for the others. That is one of the best, very simple way of performing good to somebody. Because some of the services are done in front, but some of the services are done in silence. And those services are more important than doing physically. Today, as we about to begin this service, I would like to chant a couple of bhajan or other tune to solace her and the soul, and to us that we are on the same path. Today it's her turn, tomorrow it could be me, to any one of us. But that doesn't mean that you stop living. You live the best of the best in present. And last Deepavali, when we used to sit together and chat, even do Naman, that itself was a big prayer to me. This time I missed, and I have to just recall my thoughts and send a message. Ba was not there, and I missed her. And look, in 1 month time, she was actually in heavenly abode, moving the best of the best. 98 years, and son Anil Bhai, daughter-in-law Harsha Bhabi, as you all know, Prithvij, and whole family, they were all part of her day-to-day nourishment. Today, we all salute, celebrate, and offer our Hindu last rituals. We call Agni Sanskar, that is, going back to the original form, Agni, Vayu, Tej, Prithvi, Jal and Akash, Panch Tattva. That is called Mahayagya of life. We do many yagyas, many parayans, but this is the one of the best and the last. And it's good that we all are here and the family is here. Sometimes family is scattered and they don't able to attend it. So let us begin this prayer, and then I will start with Anil Bhai, and ASAP everybody will get chance to offer your tribute to this departed soul. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Jai Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, शरणं मम जय श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम जय श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम जय श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम. With that, I leave it to the background music if they have, or anybody wants to sing while I am performing, or you can watch.
हरि ओम दीपस्तवं देवरूपस्य कर्मसाक्षी जयप्रदः साज्यस्य वर्ति संयुक्तं दीप ज्योति नमस्ते अग्नि देवताय प्राज्वालयान्ते प्रागट्यान्ते साक्षी भूतेन अग्नि संस्कारार्थे स्थापयामि. मातृशक्ति एकतंद्रेण माता है अग्नि संस्कार पूर्वार्धे याचना पूर्व प्रार्थना करिष्यामि. हरि ओम विष्णोर्विष्णोर्विष्णोर्विष्णोर्विष्णोराज्ञा प्रवर्तमानस्य अद्य ब्रह्मण्यतिपरार्धस्य श्वेतवाराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्तरे अमेरिका खंडे कनाडा देशे नायकराज्ये सर्वोत्तरी तीरे ओपिल नगरे कलियुगे कलिप्रसन्नश्विन कश्यप गोत्रोत्पन्न वर्तमान नामे अनिल कुमार शांतिलाल शाह नामे संवत्सरे 2078 मासत्व मासे पवित्र माघ मासे माक्षर मासे शुक्ल पक्ष पूर्णिमा तिथिवार शुभ रविवार शुभ नक्षत्र शुभ योगे शुभ कनसुते देव गुरुसे शुभ ग्रहेषु यथार्थ राशि स्थान तेषु सत्सुम एवं पुण्यश्याम शुभ पुण्य तिथ्यव बोलो मम सद्गत मातुश्री नामने हीरा बहन शांतिलाल शाह नामने पुण्यात्मा पार्थिव देहाय अग्नि संस्कार अंतर्गत और्ध्व दैहिक कर्म पूजन पिंडदान दिशा बंधन एवं अग्नि संस्कार ब्राह्मण द्वारा अग्नि साक्षी श्मशान भूमि मध्ये करिष्यामि. तदंतर्गतः सुस्नान भावा स्नानासे पुण्य स्नानम सर्वावस्थाटोपि वा यस्मरेत पुण्डरीकाक्षं तमाह्याभ्यन्तरः शुचिः. ओम यज्ञोपवितं परमं पवित्रम् आयुष्यं च प्रतिमं च शुभ्रं यज्ञोपवितं परमस्तु तेजः माता अग्नि संस्कार प्रवादे ब्रह्म दशा प्राप्त्यर्थे यज्ञोपवित धारण करिष्यामि. गायत्री मंत्र बोलो. ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. और्ध्वदेहि कर्मार्थे अपसव्यः यज्ञोपवित धारण पर्यादः. तत अंतर्गतः प्रथममातायः पूजन भावेन एकतंत्रेण पूजन करिष्यामि. हरि ओम विष्णोराज्ञा प्रवर्तमानस्य अद्य ब्रह्मणितपराधस्य श्वेतवाराहकल्पे वैवस्वमन्तर्यामिकाखण्डे कनडादेशे नागरादिव्योमचारितरिते उपिल्लरे मम माता पौजो देहि कर्म अंतर्गत पिंडदान पूर्वार्धे पूजन अर्चन करिष्यामि तद अंतर्गत प्रथमे हरि ओम गर्भधनम चंदनम देवदार करप्रकृष्णागरुणागराणि कस्तूरी गर्भधनम चंदनम देवदारु नानासुगंधि पुष्पाणि ऋतुकारोद्भवानि च मम मातृश्री नाम हिरा देवी चार नाम में पुण्यात्मा प्रत्येक दोष परिहारार्थ અને તમે આજ્ઞા મળો સમગ્ર દેશ કર્મ કરો પુત્ર લાયક પુત્ર અને અલાયક પુત્રમાં બહુ ફરક તો તમે એના માટે એની આજ્ઞા પણ માંગો છો દેહ સ્વરૂપ પછી હવે નવું દેહ સ્વરૂપ નહીં મળે આ દેહ પછી સ્વરૂપ પછી સ્વરૂપ વિસર્જી આપે છે આ દેહ સ્વરૂપે આપણે ક્ષમા પણ માંગી કે મનો સકળ દોષ ક્ષયાસે એકંતર માતૃ प्रार्थनात्मक वयोदसी दुतम चैव एकतंत्रेण पंचाम स्नान भावेन ताद्य पूजयामि અને કર્મનું પ્રથમે ચાંદ્ર પુખા કરીને પૂર્ણ ક્ષમા માગો છો એક તંત્રે ક્ષમા યાતના પ્રિયાધ હવે માને વિનંતી કરવા માંગે છે એના માટે તુલસી हरि ओम उत्तराध्याय मासत्व मासे पवित्र मासे माक्षर मासे शुक्ल पक्षे पूर्णिमा दिवसे वार शुभ रविवारे मम सदगत मातुश्री नामने हीरा देवी शांतिला शाह नामने पुण्यात्मा असद्गति निवारणार्थे सदगति उत्तम अक्षर लोक प्राप्त्यर्थे विधवा पानी साथे गंगा जल यमुना जल सुवर्ण रजत ताम्र धातु सहित एक तंत्रेण मुख मध्ये अर्पण करिष्यामि और तुलसी महीम व्रणाम च रत्न व्रणाम च मंजरीं प्रीति संपादनार्थाय अर्पयामि देवी प्रियामः भू प्रार्थना पूर्वकम एक तंत्रेण मुख मध्ये पंचरत्नार्थे च अर्पणं करिष्यामि तत्पश्चात् तुलसी में हेमवृणाम च लक्ष्मणाम च मंजरी प्रीति संपादनार्थाय अर्पयामि देवी प्रियां परिहारं नमस्कार करो तदपश्चात् एकतंत्रेण प्रत्येक पंच प्राण प्रयाणार्थ षट्पिंड दानम अहम करिष्यामि हरि ओम विष्णुराज्ञा प्रवर्तमानस्य ब्रह्मणि परादस्य कल्पे वैवस्वन्तर्यवनिकाखण्डे कनडादेशे नायकरादिप्योन्टानि सर्वनिवृत्तरीतिरे उप्पी नगरे कलियुगे कलिकसमये अश्विनी कश्यप गोत्रोत्पन्ने वर्तमानानि अनिल कुमार शांतिलाल शाह नामे मम सद्गत मातुश्री नाम्ने हीरा देवी शांतिलाल शाह नाम्ने पार्थिव देहाय एकतन्त्रेण प्रेतत्व निवृत्त्यर्थे उत्तम ऊर्ध्वलोक प्राप्त्यर्थे और्ध्वभिः कर्म अंतर्गतः षट् पिंड दान करिष्यामि तथा मृत्यु स्थाने शव नित्य ब्रह्म देवताय एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तव उपतिष्ठाने तत्पश्चात् द्वितीयः द्वादेशे प्रान्ते निमित्ते विष्णु देवताय एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तव उपतिष्ठामि तत्पश्चात् तृतीयः केचर निमित्ते शिव देवताय एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तव उपतिष्ठामि तत्पश्चात् चतुर्थे विश्रांता भूतनाम्ने रुद्र देवताय एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तव उपतिष्ठामि तत्पश्चात् चित्तास्थाने वायु निमित्ते एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तव उपतिष्ठामि तत्पश्चात् महारुद्राय श्मशान भूमि एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तव उपतिष्ठामि षट्पिंडदानान्ते एकतंत्रेण गंगा जलनीयेन अमादि गंगा गंगे यमुने गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी जलेन सन्निधं कुरु एकतंत्रेण प्रत्येक पिंडः यजवन कुर्यादः तदपश्चात् इनपर गरोचनं चंदनं देवदार करोचनं चंदनं देवदारु कृष्णागरुनागराणि कस्मिंच केशरमिश्रितानि च तुलसित कर्मयार्पितानि अक्षताश्च सुरश्रेष्ठ अक्षताश्च सुरश्रेष्ठ कंकुमाक्षिशोभिता मयानिका गृहाण पिण्डदेवता षट्पिण्डाय एकपङ्क्तेन धारणेन अस्मै करिष्यामि तदपश्चात् हिरण्यगर्भगर्भस्थं हिमबीजविभावसु अनन्तपुण्यभरदं पिण्डदानान्ते भूमिदान करिष्यामि तदपश्चात् एकतन्त्रेण तदपश्चात् एकतन्त्रेण पांसिदानासे पांसिदानं दानार्थे नैवेद्यं गृहीतां देवीं भक्तिं नैवेद्यं ददां करो इच्छितं च ब्रह्मेहि पदस्य प्रागतिमः अथ द्वितीयः संध्या वायु आनार्थे एकतन्त्रिणः तदा शक्ति संध्या तत्पश्चात् एकतन्त्रेण हरि ओम अथ दिशाबंधनकरणार्थे एकतन्त्रेण ओम प्राचीनते रक्षितो रक्षितायशव तेभ्यो नमः अधिपत्यो नमः रक्षितुभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्योऽस्तु पूर्वदिशाय ओम दक्षिणदिशाय दक्षिणदिगन्तो अधिपति रक्षित्वाः ईश्वर तेभ्यो नमः अधिपत्यो नमः रक्षितुभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः तस्मानः अथ दक्षिण दिशाय पश्चिम दिशाय ओम प्रतीचि दिव्य अरुणाधिपति पृथक रक्षिता शिव देव्यो नमधिपत्यो नमः रक्षितुभ्यं शुभ्यं योस्तु स्वाम्यंबयं तस्मै दंडे नमः अथ पश्चिम तथा उत्तर ओम उदिति नीक सोमो अधिपति स्वरो रक्षिता शुभ देव्यो नमधिपत्यो नमः रक्षितुभ्यं शुभ्यं नमस्तु अथ शत पंच सर्व विषादिके सौम्ये लोकलज्जानिवारिणे मयोपपादिते तुभ्यं वाससी प्रतिवृताः विशेष वस्त्र पुरस्तर भावेन विशेष वस्त्र पुरस्तर परिधानं कुर्यादर मूढ हरि ओम विष्णु 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 राजना प्रवर्तमान सत्य ब्रह्म के पराम द्वारा हकल केवल संतर्यामी आत्म लेकर कार्य नायग्रामी उनका जो सर्व उत्तरी की है ओपी नगर अश्विन कश्यप उत्पन्न वर्तमान नाम किरण कुमार नाम विश्वाजी पत्नी गुरु Lutovich, you and પછી બેન ને બીજું જે નેક્સ્ટ ફેમિલી મેમ્બરમાં જે પણ હોય ને ફેમિલી વાઇઝ એક સાથે ફેમિલી જે પણ હોય સાથે આવી છે એટલે જેમને સરપ્રાઈઝ ના આપીને ઈશ્વર Thank you, man. Oh, wow. Sorry. Immediate family has offered the first service. Now I'm inviting from back.
Thank you, Brother Marco. Hira Marco would like to speak a few words.
Good evening, dear friends. I'm not used to public speaking. It's not my forte.
Volume
I just could not resist to express my feelings
not
about
working.
Java publicly. I shall touch base in my experience regarding life prior to her coming to Canada. And you all are aware of her life after she came here. I first came in contact with her in 1971. We arranged marriage when some close friends of Anil were invited to attend the wedding. As soon as we landed in Ahmedabad, the thing which impressed on all of us was the spick and span house, shining marble floors, very clean drapery, and that evening we ate one of the tastiest vegetarian food, which was cooked without onions, without ginger, without garlic. That day, I learned my first Gujarati sentence, Khavani Saras Saravani, because Bart would understand and speak only Gujarati. Even during the wedding, the cleanliness house was not compromised, and under Hira Ba supervision, everything was clean, spick and span. Her impression of being an orthodox Gujarati lady was soon changed to a practical and progressive lady when she allowed us to eat raw onions in her house, because that's the way we used to eat our food in Nagpur. My one-on-one contact with her came and became more frequent when Anil, Harsha, Ruthvik and Margie moved to Canada. I used to visit her practically every month, and whenever I used to visit her, I used to be full surprised because she used to ask me that, Girish bhai, I'll just say that in Hindi, Girish bhai, आप जो है ना वो योगेश भाई को पूछो बड़ा बड़ा कंपनी के डिविडेंड अकाउंट में जमा हुए या नहीं. She used to know which shares Anil's father had invested in and which she owned, which companies had declared dividends, and she used to ask me to cross-check with my accountant whether those dividends have been deposited in the bank or not. She never used to let me touch her feet because I'm not Brahmin. I insisted. Only once she had let me do that when I migrated with my family here in Canada. Since that time, the bonds further strengthened. Anil and Harsha, along with Ruthvik and Margie and Sharon, have taken such good care that we all were expecting that she will be the princess. She was very happy when I told her, my son, these are potatoes. Well, it is indeed incredible how relationships are built and bonds are created. Hira Ba, whom I had met in 1971, I could not speak and understand what she wanted to convey in her language. Still, I just could not resist to express my affection and respect for her exactly after 5 decades. She will be certainly missed. May her soul rest in peace.
Gilshai, I understand how you must have transformed yourself from a different outlook to this outlook, and today you are one of the best friends of Anilbhai. And in our Gujarati, we have very many good poets, and they wrote so many good things. But I remember that you cannot compare a diamond to any other stone. Our Gujarati Kavi Vodaka wrote these lines. And before that line I sing, I just want to say कि हमारी गुजराती भाषा में एक सुंदर कहेवत પણ છે કે માં તે માં બીજા બધા વગડા ના વા. માની એક મીઠાશ એક એનો છાંયો પડી જાય, એની એક મીઠી નજર પડી જાય, થાક ઉતરી જાય, પેટ ભરાઈ જાય અને એમ થાય કે બસ બેસી રહો. બોટાદ કરે લખ્યું કે જનની જોડ સખી નહીં જડેલો, આ જનની જોડ સખી નહીં જડેલો, મીઠા મધુને મીઠા મેં ભુલારેલો, પણ એકથી મીઠી છે મોરી માત જો આ જનની જોડ સખી નહીં જડેલો. So it was truly a mother for so many of us. Her presence was just giving inspiration to everyone. Preserve that. That's the gift.
Thank you, Uncle. I'd like to invite Dad up here and share his thoughts with us all.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming to join in this celebration. Guys, come on, don't look so somber. Let's give a big hand to this lady. You know, too bad she did not finish her century. But then I told myself, even Sachin and Virat Kohli also had gone out at 98 or 99. So, what the hell? She has lived a life, a great life, and you know what? I don't want to cry. I want to celebrate. Our 3 generations of our family were fortunate to receive her unconditional love and care. She nurtured in us the values that have helped us grow as human beings. Mom, mother, these words, they are all synonymous, representing one individual. You know, even she, when she was turned around in the hospital in the last few days, she used to cry, "Oh, Mom." How important that word, Mom, has become in every one of us' life. It's incredible. Mothers are very essence of our life.
and they're steadfastly they're offering emotional support. They are the person whom we fall back upon when the world turns nasty to us and we don't know where else to go. But it is not just in such situations that we think of our mother. We think of her in every situation, big or small, joyous or in sad. My parents never told me what I should do in life. But quietly I observed them and I followed in their footsteps in performing my duties, in the different responsibilities that my life has given to me. By observing and emulating their simple, down-to-earth ways, I learned the virtues of truth, respect, honor, valor, devotion, dedication, and above all, love for everyone. My mother was very close to our entire family, but she was especially close to my wife, Harsha. It was a relationship that grew over the years and turned into an inseparable bond that was filled with love and affection. To my mother, Harsha was a daughter. To Harsha, my mother was not a mother-in-law but her mother. Harsha helped my mom looking after her, taking care of her every needs, and became significantly far more important than me and than anything else that my mother did. In the past few years, Harsha had dedicated Harsha to my mom. She used to only get a few hours of sleep. Excuse me. She used to only get a few hours of sleep, but she would every day wake up at 5, bathe her, get her ready, do the pujas and seva. And then again, because of the party animal that I am in, I had to go partying, so she had to come party with me. It was, trust me, very stressful time for her, but she dedicated herself to that task without a word of complaint. My mom, she was a woman of strong opinions, had absolutely no hesitations in expressing those opinions to everyone and anyone. I guess that gumption came from having lived as a widow for more than 4 decades. She was crusty, but never grumpy. She had mastered the art of being light-hearted, even when she had some unpalatable things to say. A very staunch follower of Vaishnava Dharma, she would not compromise on any of her beliefs. And that is what seriously surprised me when I saw a unique, emotional bond developed between her and my daughter-in-law, Minya, and my mother. My daughter-in-law is of Punjabi Sikh origin. It did not matter to her, even one bit, who would otherwise be quite stubborn when it came to observing her faith. With my daughter-in-law, it was totally different. They related at an emotional level, and it was a heart-to-heart connection. Her stubborn attitude gradually began to change
and she became more accepting, more open. In retrospect, what I admire most about my mom is a very strong willpower. I recall 40 plus years ago, she used to love her mangoes and chai. Like without chai twice in a day, it was like, clockwork. At 7 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon, she had to have a chai. The day my father died, because he liked those two things, she quit. She had not touched chai or a mango for 4 decades. What a dedication. In today's day and age, many would find this unbelievable and perhaps even unnecessary. But to me, it revealed the steely determination of a woman who was physically as so fragile. Another example of her willpower. She observed what we call in Gujarati Agyaras or in Hindi Ekadasi. She would not eat all throughout the day. Maybe a cup of small coffee in the morning, which is what we see. She's always been having it. And then nothing throughout the day, maybe small little fruit in the evening, and that's about it. I remember 4 days before she went to the hospital, she observed that Ekadasi. Just on the 1st of November, if I'm not wrong, that was the Ekadasi day. 4th November was the Diwali day when we took her to the hospital. And then she did not come back from there. Remember, all these Ekadasi and everything at 98 is so difficult. It's so difficult for me even today at 67. I don't think my kids would ever be able to do that at 40 or 36 or 37. Even at 11, at 10, you can't do it. I know that. You're shaking your head. But perhaps she has reached that level mentally and physically where pain and pleasure had ceased to exist. She lived her children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all of them equally. I want to thank Prithvij, Minya, Magi, Arya, Navi, who have all provided love and joy to her. I also want to thank my sister, my brother-in-law, and her family. They stood by us and my sister, particularly, was of an immense help while my mom was in the hospital. She spent days sitting with my mom. Because of the working day, I was in the office. Harsha was doing the night shift. Margi was doing either the night shift on the weekends. My sister used to spend all week, every morning from 8:39 onwards until 8:30 in the evening, all by herself with my mother's side. That was some dedication she had shown. I thank you, Satchaya. Thank you for giving us that time. I must also make a little joke about, I don't know if you guys know, but if you are getting the pension from the government, she normally got $1,200 every month from the government check. And that initially, in the good old days, that check used to come in person, like physical form, and she would know what amount is. By the very envelope, she would know that it is her check. She can't read the name, but she gave that. And then she would ask either me or Puran Mayor, how much is the amount? 1,200. Okay, deposit it. 2 days later, I would come home and say, Anil, can you get me some money? I said, sure, how much? $1,200. It was every time that $1,200. Even after she was getting more money, she was always asking me for $1,200. And what would she do with that $1,200? Or she would give it to you, she would give it to Avi, she would give it to some temple or the other. But that was all she would want to do with her money, and as if it was her property. She even wrote us a small note, any expenses for funeral, etc., must be done with that money. It is so nice of her to have it with her. I could go on for a very long time recounting many qualities that she had, many of which I have very proudly inherited, except her willpower. I just don't have them.
Cremation is going to take place Tuesday.
The purpose is to remember her.
Yes.
It is said that we never lose our dearest ones, because every time we remember them, they are with us in our hearts and in our minds. My mother will always be with me. Thank you all for joining us, either in person or those who have joined virtually. We all appreciate the love and support you have shown us through the difficult time. Special thanks to all my children, my grandkids, for being with my mom, your grandmother, or your great-grandmother, when she needed and wanted you to be by her side. Ba, you will be always missed. You will be always with us in our hearts. Thank you.
Thank you all for your patience.
Today in my, we all with you, we all celebrate her with her goodness, her care, and her love, not to only to your family, but whole Limelight as well as this society in all, ever since she is here in Toronto. I can't say more, but I can just tell a couple of things. When you see some person or anyone like her, then we ask two things from those soul. I sing two lines. The one which I wrote, thanking her and giving her that strength. Tu Shakti Deje, Tu Shakti Deje, Tu Bhakti Deje, Jare Jare Samaru Tyare, Jare Jare Samaru Tyare, हाथ मिठो तू धरी दे जे मां शक्ति दे जे तू भक्ति दे. I remember the last time I met very much for a long time at place at her home. I mean, ghare apna ghare. And the bhajan which I wrote and sang with her, she specifically called me. તમે આજે મારી આતરડાને મારા આત્માને ઠંડો કરી દીધો. કેટલું સરસ એમ કે શ્રીનાથજી બાબાની સેવા કરું પણ આવું ભજન આવી લાઈન. અને અમને આમ દિલથી આશીર્વાદ આપ્યા કે ભાઈ અનિલની સાથે રહેશો ને, રહેજો ને. મેં કહ્યું તમારે કહેવાનું જ નથી, તમારો દીકરો છે, તમારો ભાઈ છે. મેં વિચારતા નહીં. તો એ લાઈન પણ બે લાઈન ગાવાની ઈચ્છા થઈ છે મને, ઇફ યુ ડોન્ટ માઇન્ડ. हे श्रीनाथ जी, हे श्रीनाथ जी, कृपा रे करी दे जोरे मने शक्ति रे खरी. हे श्रीनाथ जी, कृपा रे करी यमुना जी दया रे करी, हे यमुना जी दया रे करी, दे जुरे मने भक्ति रे भरी, दे जुरे मने भक्ति रे भरी. To live with 4 generations. અત્યારે 2 generation ઘણા family ને જોઈ નથી શકતા. 4 generation, 98 years old, and apart from all that, giving all kind of advice. If you go and ask her, and if she listens, you are then you are sure that something you will get as a blessing. So here is our time now that we offer our tribute to this soul, starting from back. I will start, and while doing so, you will be offering one by one in line the flowers. We will be keeping it here. So flowers, somebody will hold it, and we have some bhajan and pratna. If you don't mind, I will keep on singing, or somebody else want to sing, you can join me here. But we cannot forget mother like her. We did our best to give her the best of the best in this world. She did the same. And today it's time for us to tell Almighty, open your both hands, accept her in your lotus feet. And with that, we keep on offering our tribute of flowers which are allowed to this departed soul.
Thank you again, everyone. To conclude our service, we'd like everybody to come in from the back and come up, offer flowers to God in a circle of the counterclockwise.